I hope the Oogie Boogie Club could potentially, you know, potentially forgive me down the line. Like, so Guy Dr. Disrespect Beam, okay? Herschel Guy Beam the fourth, better known as Dr. Disrespect, also known as The Doc, is an American online streamer. He used to have over 4 million followers on Twitch when he was active on the site and became known for playing battle royale games such as Apex Legends, Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, H1Z1, PUBG, Battlegrounds. Now, Dr. Disrespect didn't just play these games, he also played a character, right? And he still does play a character, just not on Twitch. He does this on YouTube now, okay? Dr. Disrespect has obviously had a very long career in the streaming space, and therefore, throughout that long career in the streaming space, he's had a lot of memes cultivated from the actions that he has engaged in, okay? Some of the actions, for those of you who don't know, were famously cheating on his wife, okay? Some of the and then apologizing for cheating on his wife. That was like a big deal. That happened before I was even on Twitch, I think. So that was, but it was like a big deal. I mean, people still, whenever someone cheats, people still reference the famous Dr. Disrespect 4cent CD emote that is going around in the chat right now. There was also a very famous apology. This was from 2017. Here it is. This is out of character. Normally he's in character, but this is out of character. So it's a big deal, right? Like, anyway, let's, I think it's pretty funny that he has his, like, he does have an unironic banger of an intro song. It is pretty funny that he's playing his intro song while also being serious though. I like that.
Hey guys, kind of have a little bit of an announcement.
His music is fire,
and I just want to be completely transparent with you guys.
People make jokes about transparency too.
A beautiful family and a wife and kid, and I want to be transparent that I've been unfaithful, and I'm probably going to be taking some time away, time off, to focus on stupid fucking mistakes, man.
That's a classic bar. Stupid fucking mistakes is like a line as well. Like, these things are basically, this is old news. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of background, right? But this is like, this was such a big deal in this space back then that, like, a lot of the things that he has said in this, like, apology to his fan base, I guess, became like perma memes. Like, they became lore. This is ancient lore I'm showing you. We haven't even gotten to the Shungite yet, okay? That's after my time. So that, I was there for that. But this is before my time, and, like, I had to learn about this lore when I first came on this fucking platform, right? This is a genre-defining, platform-defining meme, right? This is lore. Apologize to your wife, not your chat. I think I'm sure he apologized to his wife. They were still together, and they still are together, if I'm not mistaken.
I take time off to focus on my family, and so I just wanted to let you guys know that. And I apologize to you guys and Slick Daddy. You guys are. I apologize, guys, and Slick Daddy. You guys are.
Oh, I want to apologize to the fans and Slick Daddy. I didn't know that. What is Slick Daddy? Slick Daddy Club? Is that his fan base? He had his group called the Slick Daddy Club. Oh my God! Okay, that's okay. I'm sorry. I know this is supposed to be a serious moment, but that's fucking hilarious, bro. What's up, guys? I'm so sorry. I want to apologize. I did not know that family was walking across the street as I ran them over. I know I drank a little too much, right? And, once and for all, I do want to apologize to the to the Oogie Boogie Club. I want to just say right now, like, I want to apologize to the federal government. I want to apologize to the family, but most importantly, the Oogie Boogie Club. Let me tell you right now, I let you down, and I let myself down. I want to apologize to my moderator team. Like, what? I hope the Oogie Boogie Club could potentially, you know, potentially forgive me down the line. Like, anyway, so that, like, I mean, this is obviously, as time passed, like, this became a perma meme. He started memeing on it as well. The two-time champion, right? And it was something that he leaned into, and he recovered from this, right? He recovered from this to become, again, one of the largest content creators on the platform at the time, at Twitch. He was pretty much like one of the faces of Twitch. And yet Twitch never really leaned into him in the same way that they leaned into, like, Ninja, for example, in terms of, like, marketing material, right? Partially because he had, like, this wrestling persona that he had put on. And by the way, regardless of, like, his improper behavior or the allegations or the fact that he's, like, not my biggest fan or whatever, ultimately, I have always recognized, just like I do with Alex Jones, for example, which is ironic that I'm mentioning Alex Jones. That'll be relevant in a moment. I've always said that he is, like, a great entertainer. Like, we look at Kai Cenat now, and you know, we're in awe of the way that Kai Cenat is capable of entertaining people and all of this work that he puts into it. But, like, DrDisRespect was kind of doing that for a very long time. Like, he had a green screen, he had this persona, he would always put this suit on. Like, he was always doing, nah, bro, the two-time was from before LOL, find a video. No, I know, but, like, the two-time champion is, like, his motto, but then it basically turned into, like, you know, it gave it new meaning, I feel like. Yeah, he embraced the moniker for the cheating after the apology. Exactly. So he definitely has always been like a very good entertainer regardless. Like, I will completely separate the man from the craft when I look at stuff like this, in the same way that I do with Alex Jones, right? These guys have natural energy. They are charismatic. They have the capacity to entertain large crowds. And he was able to recover from this, right? He was able to become one of the largest content creators on the fucking platform once again. Now, having said that, some other stuff started happening. If I recall correctly, I don't want to fuck up this timeline, and I don't know if there's, like, a good article that we could just, like, look at for the timeline. Maybe we go to the Wikipedia page. But in June 2020, DrDisRespect was banned from Twitch, and his channel was removed from the site for publicly unannounced reasons. Now, this was a big deal because he was the before we get to that, there was the bathroom incident. Sorry, I jumped over. So his house got shot at. That was crazy. That was another thing that happened. And then you know, let's start from the top. March 16, 2011, DrDisRespect appointed as the community manager of Sledgehammer Games. He used to, I believe, make COD maps as well. Like, he was a developer. He joined Justin TV, which later became Twitch, while he was working at Sledgehammer, quit Sledgehammer in 2015 to focus on a full-time streaming career. DrDisRespect gained a following for playing Battle Royale games. You know, his popularity has led to sponsorship deals with Gillette, Asus, Rockcat, and Game Fuel. His stream on February 5th, 2018 reached a total of 388,000 concurrent viewers, just shy of beating Tyler One's record of 410,000. His popularity led to a bunch of sponsorship, right? Deals. On January 10th, 2019, Creative Artist Agency, which is the largest agency on the planet, like, it's one of the biggest agencies in the top big four in Hollywood, the biggest one. They signed him as a client. He signed a multi-year deal with Twitch in March 2020. On August 17th, 2020, he announced that he was writing a personal memoir called Violence, Speed, Momentum. The book was released on March 30th, 2021. However, on June 11th, 2019, after the the wife cheating stuff, this is like years after the wife cheating stuff, Dr. Disrespect's Twitch channel was suspended as he was live streaming while attending a 2019 edition of the Electronic Entertainment Expo in Los Angeles, one of the last E3s to exist, by the way, if not the last one. Dr. Disrespect and his cameraman went into a public restroom where Dr. Disrespect re-entered the bathroom on 2 occasions while filming still going on at the venue in violation of Twitch's privacy rules. In addition, E3 organizer, Entertainment Software Edition Association revoked Dr. Disrespect's E3 pass, banning him from the event. Twitch, of course, reinstated Dr. Disrespect's channel on June 25th. So he caught a couple days on that one. That was Dr. Piss Inspect. So the 2-time champion, the 2-timer himself, turned into Dr. Piss Inspect. But it was just like a light meme, you know? It wasn't that big of a deal. He just filmed in the bathroom, right? There might have been minors there, but he didn't know, as far as we know, right? Stupid fucking mistakes. Now, that was marginal. And then the permanent ban came on June 26, 2020. The Dr. Disrespect Twitch account was banned from Twitch. Twitch's official statement on the ban said, "As is our process, we take the appropriate action when we have evidence that a streamer has acted in violation of our community guidelines or terms of service. These apply to all streamers regardless of the status or prominence in the community." And he had prominence in the community. But leading up to that, there was a lot of momentum in the Dr. Disrespect world. Dr. Disrespect famously became a little bit of a kook, I would say. More so than his persona, more so than his character. He started revealing certain things about his genuine beliefs. Now, this is another massive meme in Twitch lore. I'm explaining to you guys a huge part of Twitch lore here. Okay? Dr. Disrespect became a crystal girly. Here it is.
Anyways, I bought a whole bunch of shungite rocks. Do you know what shungite is? Anybody know what shungite is? No, not Suge Knight. I think he's locked up in prison. Anyways, it's a 2 billion year old
rock.
Like rock.
Stone
that
protects against frequencies.
That protects against frequencies and unwanted frequencies that may be traveling in the air.
So that's my story.
That's my story. I bought a whole bunch of stuff. Put them around the La Casa.
Put them around the La Casa.
Stuff like that.
Now, that was massive. That immediately everyone was like, oh my God, he is losing it. Like, he is insane. It was so massive that I, of course, bought shungite as well. Everybody bought shungite. Everybody was talking about shungite. Shungite stocks, they fucking went through the roof. Now, why did he get shungite? Well, the reason why he got it was because, as he said, he wanted to combat against 5G coronavirus. That's right.
Okay.
For those of you who do not know, there was a thing called COVID. It was a big fucking deal. You know, a lot of people died, 1 million plus in the United States of America. And in the early stages of COVID, everyone was going a little crazy. Before they went stir crazy, before they got cabin fever, they were just straight up going crazy about like this unknown disease. What's happening? Why is this happening? Why are people dying? Should we be afraid of it? Is the government lying to us? These were questions that many people had 4 years ago. And while people were questioning the truth about COVID, some found answers. Some found answers in the likes of David Icke, which Dr. Disrespect also propped up at the time. Some found answers in 5G wireless waves and frequencies causing this instability and this damage to the broader American population. I was not one of those people. This is before ivermectin. This is before hydroxychloroquine. This is, this is Dr. Disrespect. So that kind of stuff, the Shungite memes and the David Icke, the David Icke defense that Dr. Disrespect engaged in. I wonder if I can find it here. Okay. There were articles written about it, by the way. Dr. Disrespect's Twitch ban, what we know and what we don't know. Because there was so much happening. Because there was so much happening at that time. And because he was doing so much, he was doing the most. People were wondering, like, is it because he was, hyping David Icke? Is it because he was like, defending these like anti-Semitic conspiracy theories? But here is basically Dr. Disrespect's final moments. All of this happened in like the same sequence, basically. Well, he was like doing the Shungite stuff, repping David Icke, and then he mysteriously had his final moment on Twitch. Now, this is an 8-minute video, and I need you to watch this closely because it's a very weird video. This also plays into the whole, like, how the fuck did this guy get banned? Why the fuck did this guy get banned? For those of you who don't know, David Icke is like an OG conspiracy theorist. He is a massive anti-Semite, English conspiracy theorist, former footballer and sports broadcaster. He's written over 20 books, self-published since the mid-1990s, and spoken more than 25 countries. In 1990, Icke visited a psychic who told him he was on Earth for a purpose and he would receive messages from the spirit world. This led him to claim in 1991 to be a son of the Godhead and that the world would soon be devastated by tidal waves and earthquakes. He repeated this on the BBC show Wogan. This appearance led to public ridicule. Books Icke wrote over the next 11 years developed his world view of a, and you might know this, new age or new world order. A New Age conspiracy. Reactions to his endorsement of an anti-Semitic fabrication, the Protocols of Elders of Zion, which is like one of the OG texts for anti-Semitism in the modern world. The Robots Rebellion in 1994 and in The Truth Shall Set You Free in 1995 led his then publisher to decline further books, so he has self-published since then. Here's one of my tweets at the time. I'm sorry, but this is the funniest possible quote Dr. Disrespect could have given on what is clearly a very serious matter otherwise. My man literally was pushing David Icke right before he got permit. I've seen all the theories. I've seen all the possible conspiracies. And it's just like, I'm just not interested in engaging in that type of stuff. While there was a lot of like conspiracy theories floating around at the time, there was also a Twitch Me Too moment happening as well. Because obviously, gamers, gamers ain't shit. Gamers deserve less. So that led to many people speculating that this might be potentially Me Too related. Sexual misconduct was definitely one of the things that people suspected Dr. Disrespect doing. But before we get to that aspect, before we get to his final, it's just like people show up. Anyway. Let's watch now, without further ado, let's watch Dr. Disrespect's final moments on the platform.
Data miners found a giant rocket under the map in between Park and downtown. Yo, Doc, put Dolby Atmos on you so you can fix your audio. You should watch your goddamn mouth. Doc.
Damn, we have, he had audio perverts too. He had audio perverts too, dude.
I think you missed my last donation. But fear not, here's another. I'm making one for you soon. I'll hit you up on a pager later. See you soon, Doc. And it's a link to a picture, Danger Cop with a $5 donation. I'm looking at it. Okay. That's not even me. Champions Club Doctor fan, thank you for the $3. Unless you're like trying to like start a new channel called Danger Cop, and then like you're like gonna try to enter my world, the digital realm. It's just not gonna happen. I have yet. First off, I love the passion though. I'm not saying you don't try. Right? I'm saying don't like. I'm just not gonna go. Oh yeah, come right on in. Sure, I'll hand you millions and hundreds of millions of dollars as we take a journey into Hollywood. It's not that simple, okay? With that said,
I do need to mention something to all of you that are watching currently. DrDisRespect is 42 years old. At that time in 2020, he was 38 years old. But like, you know, he is 42 years old now, just so you understand.
I have yet to see someone that's on my fucking level, baby. Whew. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything. Like, I can't wait till I see. I can't wait till I see that next level. I can't wait. It'll happen. It has to happen.
Don't you think this is his character? It is his character.
I was watching, I should just put it on just chatting. I mean, like, I kind of wanted to get off, but now I don't want to get off.
So something, wait, did I skip the part where something weird happens? Hold on. I did. I skipped it. I think he gets like a phone call here.
Till I see that next level. I can't wait. It has to happen.
Yeah, I missed it. Hold up. He pulls out his phone. He looks at his phone. Takes a weird, like, pause. Big gulp.
Watch me take over. I love it, man. See the self-confidence in the chat? That's what I'm talking about. The self-confidence of the Champions Club, it's at an all-time high, and don't ever stop.
Bro, he sounds like, and from this point on, it gets weird because, like, he sounds like he sounds like he's Trump. Like, knowing that these are his final fucking moments is just, like, so crazy. Anyway.
Please, don't ever stop.
Sounds like he's crying.
You got to be strong in this world, man. I was watching, I should just put it on just chatting. I mean, like, I kind of wanted to get off, but now I don't want to get off. I was watching that documentary on, what's this guy? Ike, I-C-K-E. Older gentleman.
Older gentleman. Bro went out with a bang, dude. Bro went out defending David Icke. Like, you got to respect it to a certain degree, you know? He's just a man that had his convictions, and he was gonna go out with a fucking bang, you know? Esteemed older gentleman, David Icke.
His first name. David Icke. Yes, Alex. Yes. I like him. Even if, like, it's like, it just kind of, you know, rather than this, it's on Netflix. I believe it's on Netflix. Or is it Amazon? It's one of the two. It's either Amazon or Netflix. Little documentary on him. pretty enlightening. All it allows you to do is just sort of like, you know, allows you to step outside of the box just a little bit. Whether some of the stuff is not true or not, whatever. I think the whole goal though is to wake up! I actually bought the, Mrs. Assassin bought the book, actually, not me. I shouldn't take the credit. Because she's staring at me right now with a blade saying, I did. Bought his book, too. Things like this thick. I'm going to read it, though. Tomorrow, will you be playing Roblox Hide and Seek Extreme on stream? Hold on, what's that? Roblox. Hide and Seek Extreme.
An MMORPG for real fantasy fans. No cartoons, no bubbles.
Did I miss the part where the camera where he's oh, you missed the part where he told someone off camera to wait? Like here?
I actually did. Bought his book too. Things like this thick. I'm gonna read it though. Tomorrow, will you be playing hold on, what's that? Roblox.
Am I missing it? The fuck? Right before he talks about the book?
Hide and Seek Extreme. Allows you to do is just sort of like, you know, allows you to step outside of the box just a little bit.
Anyway, I feel like that was a part of the bit. Shut up.
No cartoons, no bubbles.
Hello, Crash Nation. It's me, Ash, and I'm here with Chris.
Hello.
And today we're playing hide and seek. Yeah, let's throw him a taunt. He has the camera guy, so he's good.
Okay.
He's good.
Oh, this is the ladder stage.
Oh yeah, the bedroom, the bedroom. Let's go, let's go. I bet you this guy knows this teleport though.
Yeah, let's go to our, you want to do the pillow one or the drawer one?
Let's do the pillow one. They seem to check the drawer one first always.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Okay, well, I am excited. I've been loving playing hide and seek lately.
Yeah, oh man, it's so addicting.
I know, right? Super, super addicting. How come people are being found? I thought we had time to hide.
Okay. Contextually, with the newly resurfaced allegations, this genuinely makes things a little bit weirder. Okay.
Oh yeah. I don't
Or
know how.
or does it just say that when people leave the game?
Oh, maybe. Oh, I don't know. Maybe?
Let me see. Yeah, it's still in there. They should not be being found right now. What's going on?
That is weird. Oh, I'm trying to get on the tip of that. Yeah, check it out.
Oh
see me?
my, oh my, oh my. Wait, what?
Oh, that was easy.
I guess they left. Wow, good job.
Dang.
Alrighty then. Okay.
I feel like he knows these might be his final moments streaming on this beloved platform that he made his entire career on. And I feel like behind those glasses, what is going on in his head? The cogs that are turning, where he's like, are these going to literally be my actual final moments? Are these going to be my actual final moments on this fucking website? What is happening? What is happening to me?
Okay, let's see what map we get next. I didn't really get to see you up there. Were you on the top of the statue?
I was on top of the knife.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Like, standing.
Okay, it's bedroom again. It's bedroom. We can try it again.
Okay.
Who is the seeker this time? Unless, of course, you are the seeker.
Oh no, then everyone's in big trouble.
Dun, dun,
dun.
dun. That would be bad. That would be bad. Let's see. I have a 9.09% chance. 10% chance.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's going to be... Oh, I thought it was going to be you for sure.
Just locked in.
Close, it's getting close.
Okay.
Like put that on as a bit and then just forgot that the bit was going.
Man, Let's go. Let's get out of here. Oh no.
Taunt, taunt, taunt. Choo.
You guys are taunting her. I did not taunt her this time. Let's go. Can you
I
hide?
taunted.
Can you hide in the garbage can?
Can you?
I didn't notice the garbage can underneath the desk. Oh, wait. Everyone
Wow.
keeps leaving.
Okay.
Okay, guys, stop leaving.
They really don't like being it.
I guess not.
Ever.
I like being it. Pick
Don't
me.
ever make me
Pick
it. I never
me.
want to be it. No.
I know, right?
Da- David
Pick
Icke.
me. I'll be it.
No, bad. No.
I ordered his book too.
Bad.
Yeah, I want to be it.
No, bad.
Oh, the backyard. The backyard.
Oh, okay.
Okay, who's it?
I appreciate
who's it?
everyone
Who's
watching
that?
today.
Who's it in the backyard? Who is going to be
The
looking?
backyard's tough.
we'll
We
get
don't really, like I said, we don't really know some of the.
Yeah,
We'll
we
get
don't
through
know
this
the
Champions
map
Club.
very well.
That's, yeah, I know it's a tough. That's
because I don't know this one well.
life's weird right
Maybe,
now.
yeah, look.
Oh
Well-
I did.
we'll get through this, okay? And
Hey, Christopher.
my gosh. Dun dun dun. You better not taunt me. How dare you?
fuck.
You get to try
And just like that,
Join the Champions Club right
that
now.
was
Tier 1.
the
Tier 2,
last
Tier 3,
8
out of your
minutes
mind,
and 47
or your
seconds
Amazon Twitch primed to data.
of Dr. Disrespect
Champions Club and transform your life.
on the website known as Twitch. Now, clip from Doc's stream today. So he was unceremoniously banned, and it became a massive story. Okay, it became a massive story. Everybody was like, "The fuck is happening? Like, what? How did this happen?" Everyone wanted to understand because, like, imagine right now if like Kai Cenat got banned, and his last stream is just like, you know, like where he's being weird. And he spends his last stream knowing that it's probably his last stream, maybe even his entire career. His life is flashing before his eyes, and he ends up by promoting a fucking like weird Nazi New World Order conspiracy theorist, and also watching a fucking Roblox stream. Okay, Doc wasn't Kai Cenat big? No, for the time, Doc was. For the time, at the time, Dr. Disrespect was in that fucking territory. What are we talking about? VIP Slasher? I think Slasher already is a VIP on this channel. Yeah, see? Specified user is already a VIP on the channel. Back then, when you had 30K live concurrent, you were one of the biggest. This is like the 2020 era. Like, we didn't have, what up, Slasher? We didn't have many like 100K consistent streamers. Like, that wasn't a thing. Yeah, 2017 to 2019, Twitch was defined by Ninja, Dr. Disrespect, Fortnite in general. Twitch was definitely smaller, but he was one of the top dogs on the platform. Okay? And Ninja had left already, so obviously, like, given how top heavy this platform is in general, people were looking for a new, like, heavy hitter. XQC filled that void. You had Tyler 1, which was already like, you know, Tyler 1 was already pretty big at that point as well. But like, Dr. Disrespect was one of the top dogs on the platform, if not one of the biggest. Okay, if not one of the biggest content creators on the platform. NBA plumber numbers before the 3-point line. Would COVID numbers be the fucking bubble league then? Mickey Mouse ring? Or not Mickey? Is that what COVID numbers look like then? Because I guess technically the only rings I have are from the bubble, you know? The inflated stats era. Yeah, he's also lost Keemstar as well. Anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. So that was Dr. Disrespect's last stream. So everyone wanted to know. At the time, we had an esteemed journalist who's in the chat with us right now, a gaming journalist, a video gaming journalist, Slasher. This was, I had him on the stream to talk about what was going on.
Yo.
Okay, I'm just going to let you know, first of all, the gloves are off, okay? I'm going to grill the fuck out of you. One, because you're still, you're still edging everybody like your goddamn Sting, doing a tantric sex session about not revealing Dr. Disrespect information. And two, because you're an hour late, an hour and 11 minutes to be exact.
That part is true. Yeah. For sure. Mm-hmm.
So, let's get started.
How are you?
I'm good.
Me.
I'm
out of control.
Fucking riled up right now. This is
how's chat? How you doing, chat? You doing, Hasan? You having a good time with chat?
You're not gonna win any favors from chat either, because there are a lot of angry customers in here who have been waiting on Dr. Disrespect news, just a crumb. Literally anything we can get. Just anything.
Yeah,
anything we can get on this matter. This is where I believe before this appearance on the stream, Slasher famously tweeted out the words that also became like meme lore canon, whatever you want to call it, where he tweeted, "Look, for several hours now, I have been told from credible sources the reason Dr. Disrespect has been banned. However, due to the importance of sensitivity around the subject, I have refrained from going on it. I don't feel comfortable with it currently." And then also that Dr. Disrespect is banned, and not just, what was it? What was the other one? The classic? Not the new one, chat. Dr. Disrespect is done, and not just on Twitch. Okay? That's the classic one. Slasher is a independent video game news journalist. Friend of the show, Slasher. Damn, I sound so cool. And he said that, wasn't that Slasher? He's done, and not just on Twitch. Why are all these journals coming through and claiming that they've known this for a minute? Why didn't they say shit? What are you supposed to do? Do you want to get hit with litigation when you don't have, like, what are you talking about? Especially if you're an independent journalist. And like, there's NDAs up the wazoo. I totally understand why people wouldn't like come out and like run loose. I get why. Especially because like litigation was absolutely in play. Okay? This is the not just on, it's on Know Your, dude. Oh, that was Shannon. Oh, that was Shannon Z Killer. Okay. From my own sources, Doc is indeed banned, and not just on Twitch. I know why, and I cannot say. Damn, I retconned it. I thought it was actually Rod who said that. Food for thought. Twitch does not issue specific reasons for streamers for permanent bans. Method Josh was banned following a report of sexual assault, and Twitch has never commented publicly or privately. Josh and I beside him were told other TOS violations. There's additional complications if it is actually an issue surrounding a predation of a minor, okay? Because if there's like predatory behavior surrounding a minor, it's not just NDAs, there's also additional complications in order to protect the victims. So that literally creates a second set of complications in terms of covering the story, in terms of coming out with the story. So that's like, that is another reason why people can't play fast and loose with these sorts of with these sorts of. When are you going to address the Hawk Tua girl? Is that like a way to say top of the hour? Is that what you're trying to do? No, it's a meme. It's a new forced meme. What is it? Some kind of new meme? No, it's a viral girl. I don't know what it is.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tua and spit on that thing. You get me?
Good shit, Hasan. Really looking like an unk now? Yeah, whatever, dude. This unk is about to serve you the 3-minute ad break, though, regardless, at the top of the motherfucking hour. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. Okay? By connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you get 1 free Prime subscription a month. Use it on your favorite broadcaster. Hopefully that's me. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. Okay, here. I got some sources up in this shit. Okay. Hold on. This is from Gita. Good blog. I reported on sexual assault before, and it's always delicate because of the seriousness of the allegations and the importance of protecting your sources. You have to be extremely precise. Unfortunately, even if your story is extremely well sourced, will people question the victim, often to the point of harassment or smearing? You have absolutely seen this before. Ultimately, sometimes the victim just dies. The victim just does not want to come forward. Sorry, dies. Who could blame them? Their safety is more important than any story. A lot of people have asked why and how so many people knew the DrDisRespect rumors all this time. I took a crack at those questions. So this is an essay that we can potentially look at as well. But it's something to consider. So we didn't know what was going on at the time, right? Nobody really knew. There were allegations, but it's something to consider is that it happened. Like this ban came in sequence at a time when, here it is, New York Times even wrote about it. Dozens of women in gaming speak about sexism and harassment. After more than 70 allegations surfaced on Twitter this weekend, gaming companies and streamers responded with action. Some say it's the beginning of real change in the industry. Friend of the show, Taylor Lorenz wrote this June 23rd, 2020. Okay, remember, it's right when Doc was getting banned. Basically, it came during the 2 weeks over the 3 dozen streamers, where 3 dozen streamers were banned for sexual harassment and assault during Twitch's Me Too moment. Okay? And not only that, but also Discord, if you recall, at the time, unpartnered him and deleted his server the same day he got his Twitch ban. So this wasn't just Twitch. The fact that Discord also in unison, this is an often forgotten part. Thank you, Rod, for reminding me of this. An often forgotten part about this conversation wasn't just that Twitch banned him permanently, unceremoniously, but Discord took his server down, which is why a lot of people thought, oh my God, something massive is going on. Here it is. This is Rod reporting on the matter at the time. All of DrDisRespect's Twitch subs have been refunded. His Discord partnership has been removed. DrDisRespect's wife, Mrs. Assassin, has posted the following message to her Instagram. The outpouring of love, support, strength, and kindness from the arena has truly been overwhelming. You all have made my heart full, and I cannot thank you enough. No one better out there than the CC. You guys are amazing. Much love to you all. Okay? And of course, at the time, Twitch, Twitch never reveals exactly why you got banned. That's like a part of their modus operandi. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Okay? And to this day, Discord has not revealed why they removed his server. To this day. So that's also something to remember, something to consider. Discord also took action. Discord, a video game focused chat platform, said they had also removed Beam from their partner program on June 26, shortly after the Twitch news broke. Discord's program did not require Beam's active participation. It simply verified his presence on the platform and bestowed certain otherwise paid features to his account. Beam and his representative told the Post that they were unaware of the partnership. Through a spokesperson, Discord told the Post that partners are held to a higher standard than typical users and issued a statement similar to that of Twitch. Discord partners must abide by our code of conduct, and when violations occur, we take the appropriate action. The company declined to comment on the rationale for ending the partnership. So that's another thing that happened, which was very confusing at the time. Okay, very, very confusing at the time. But due to the threat of litigation, due to the complications surrounding the nature of the misconduct potentially, it seemed like nobody was, willing to go out there and withstand the potential fire hose of litigation if they were to speak out. Discord, what is that? Some sort of third-party app? Jesus Christ, there's people that don't know what Discord is in this fucking chat. Okay, shut up. Anyway. So, we don't know what happened, but Twitch obviously had a fat contract with them that they had fought, that CAA had fought for. I suspect that CAA lawyers also played a role in clawing back every dollar that Dr. DrDisRespect is supposed to get from Twitch. People are definitely going to say it's because he was talking about Ike and the Jews ban him. Probably not. I don't think people remember the David Icke stuff that much. I think people probably are hyper-focusing on the major thing. Like, no, that chatter is saying that people are going to say like anti-Semitic shit because of this. But I don't think that that is like a thing that people remember. That's just like my own personal, that's something that I thought was very interesting at the time, or thought it was kind of funny. So in any case, this is now that I've given you like the environment at the time and the way in which he was banned, at this point, we can now come flash forward to 2024. Okay? In 2024, 4 years, almost 4 exact years after his unceremonious ban, a former Twitch, a former Twitch person by the name of Cody Connors came out yesterday at 5:24 p.m. Pacific and tweeted these words out, where he said he got banned because got caught sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text. Case closed, gang. No one made the wrong decision. Fuck him and his boys. Now, this is an interesting statement because Twitch has banned a lot of people. Okay? 4 years after the fact, is he talking about Dr. Disrespect? Is he not? Everyone immediately was like, oh, he's talking about Dr. Disrespect. He's, of course, talking about Dr. Disrespect. What the fuck else could he be talking about? But it is rather odd, at least in my assessment, that he did not actually personally mention. He didn't personally mention him by name, possibly to shelter him from litigation. Okay? It was a subtweet. But a subtweet blew up nonetheless, and everyone obviously thought correctly that he was talking about Dr. Disrespect for probably plausible deniability, but no one had done this before. Okay? That's interesting. It's very interesting. And since then, all hell has broken loose. Obviously, in the immediate aftermath of this revelation, there were a bunch of prominent video game reporters and journalists from many different walks of life and many different outlets that came out and basically confirmed this suspicion that it was Dr. Disrespect, that they had also heard, and ex-Twitch employees and many other journalists that had like talked to ex-Twitch employees who were Twitch employees at the time, including Zachary Diaz, who now works with OTK, who used to be at Twitch at the time. He's a great dude. Anyway, he was one of the people that said, so glad it's finally out there. Okay. Nathan Grayson had some choice words. This was what, and Nathan Grayson is, of course, formerly at Washington Post, formerly at Kotaku, where he said, without revealing anything else in order to protect sources, I can say that this is not the first time I have heard basically this explanation, nor, oh, Zach is no longer working with OTK. Okay, well, he used to work at OTK. I didn't know he stopped working at OTK. Regardless, without revealing anything else in order to protect sources, I can say that this is not the first time I've heard basically this explanation, nor is it the second or third. A caveat, all of the sources I spoke to were secondhand. They were not in the room when it happened, nor could they provide documentation. In other words, this is not confirmation. Until somebody who actually pulled the trigger either comes forward or talks to a reporter, we will not necessarily have the full or true story. Okay? So even, you know, the journalists who are talking about this were also are still relatively careful in the way that they're covering it. But if you were confused as to whether this was Dr. Disrespect or not, he responded. Where's the Jake Sucky tweet? Does anyone have it? Let's go there. So, Jake Sucky also tweeted about this. A former Twitch employee has come forward. A former Twitch employee has come forward and stated that the alleged reason for Dr. Disrespect's permanent Twitch ban being for sexting a minor in the previous Twitch Whispers product. Dr. Disrespect then responded to Jake Sucky and said, Jake, seriously, ... I get it. It's a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract. Which is an insane thing to respond to. Because the response, like, and the words that he is choosing here in a normal circumstance would not be those words. In a normal circumstance, you would not hit the fucking Drake line. Like, if I was fucking young girls, I promise I've been in I'd promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you suggested. Drake ain't no name you're gonna see on no sex offender list. Like, that's a crazy ass bar to reply to Jake Sucky with. Okay? Because it is true that Twitch and Dr. Disrespect's team went into litigation. And as far as we understand, they settled. And yeah, by the way, Cody's not just a former employee. He was an account director of strategic partnerships. So he was pretty high up from 2018 to June 2023. Okay. And before that, he was the partnerships manager for esports development. Why are you acting stupid, though? I don't get it. You're telling me you really don't understand why he can't say anything at all? Like what? You ain't this stupid. If I was Doc, I would sue every single person that commented negatively for deformation. Deformation. Are you dumb? You can't say anything wrong. Why are you being so facetious? Facetious? Is that what you're trying to say? Deformation? The DrDisRespect defenders have joined. So, in a situation like this, if there's no like misconduct, alleged misconduct that actually took place, you don't just say, oh, we settled. The topic has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged. You say, the fuck are you talking about? Of course I didn't text minors on the fucking Twitch Whispers app. That is an insane allegation to make. What do you mean? If someone turns around and calls you a pedophile, you go, the fuck do you mean a pedophile? Get the fuck out of here. You don't just say, the topic has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged and they paid out the whole contract, because the conversation isn't about the contract or the settlement. The conversation is about the alleged misconduct. DrDisRespect also came out earlier this morning at 11 a.m. Pacific time and tweeted this. Listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can say since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal. No wrongdoings was found, and I was paid. Elden Ring Monday. It's Wanted promoting his own subathon underneath it. So him getting paid the remainder of his contract by Twitch is ultimately meaningless. Why is it ultimately meaningless? Because even if there was legitimate wrongdoing and Twitch passed it off to like the agencies or authorities or whatever, you could still, with an expert legal team, claw back those dollars that you signed on contract. Okay? If you have good enough lawyers, you can still get fucking paid out. And it's a win-win, I guess, technically, for both parties to not talk about the matter any further. Why? Because from a purely corporate standpoint, I suspect that Twitch doesn't want to have a conversation about how, like, especially while this, while they had gone on a banning spree of so many content creators on their platform, dozens of content creators getting banned for sexual misconduct. Okay, obviously, it's probably better to just, like, you know, brush that aside, give it off to the proper authorities, especially considering the allegations involving a minor potentially. If that is true, then in that circumstance, like, you have to report it to the proper authorities, and then you can't really say too much about it because, like I mentioned, it becomes incredibly complicated to cover this issue. Even as a journalist, it becomes incredibly complicated to cover this issue because you have to protect the victims. Okay? You have to protect the victims. What is this? Exactly what you're saying?
If I'm sexually attracted to kids, I'm not. That's how long you should wait to answer that question. You don't mull it over for a bit. You certainly don't eyeball your lawyer. I wonder how he wants me to answer this one. You come out swinging in a hurry or you deserve to burn in hell. Ask me if...
So, yeah, I mean, it's a joke, but it is kind of true. You just go, what the fuck are you guys talking about? This shit sucks, okay? If you just want the section of the one essay about publishing rumors, read the 2 tweets here. So, yeah, journalists have only ever known a rumor. They want to know the truth. It's a huge scoop and it's a public service. But the reason this came out via vague post is that no journalist has really been able to confirm it, not for a lack of trying. The truth is that in as much as it may seem that the story has advanced, we're really still on square one. There's a reason what we think we know came in the form of a vague post. Every journalist wants to be the first one to nail this story, if it is true, but not a single one has gathered the requisite sourcing to make it happen. You also could potentially have sources that don't want to come out in public either, like sources that might not want to come out due to potential litigation, due to the fact that they might lose their jobs. What does that mean? For a story like this to feel airtight, a journalist would want to talk to multiple sources with direct insight into what happened when Beam was banned. It's likely, however, that the group that made Twitch's decision regarding Beam was small and tight-knit. People in those positions often don't see any upside in speaking with the press, and indeed fear the risks, professional blowback, legal issues, etc., that might come with revealing internal secrets. Exactly. Twitch moderation in all of my years, okay? In all of my years, I've had incredibly limited interaction, okay? Incredibly limited, like not any interaction whatsoever. Twitch moderation is very famously airtight, kept basically as a separate entity almost, okay? Internally speaking, they do take it very seriously. Twitch does take its moderation pretty fucking seriously. That's why a lot of people will talk about like, oh, they're banning this, they're banning that. Sometimes it's inconsistent. That is true. But you have to understand, it is one of the platforms, and I stand on this, and it's part of the reason why I, have defended Twitch in the past as well, and have been very critical, and have been on the receiving end of the ban hammer more times than your favorite content creators. You have to remember that. I've been banned more times than most of these fucking content creators out there, okay? Having said that, I still will always defend Twitch moderation and how seriously they take that shit, okay? In 2020, however, Breslau's tweet became a minor meme in the universe of people who might care about DrDisRespect, and among those who sought an opportunity to get a jab in at Breslau, who can be prickly and acerbic online. That's so funny, Rod. You can be prickly and acerbic online. Not all my conversations with Breslau has been on good terms. Breslau, who had previously been a prolific leaker, had come across a story he couldn't seem to crack. The public wouldn't let him forget it. Breslau briefly withdrew from social media in 2022. He told me that the credible sources post still weighed on him. I cannot continue my professional career until I release a story about Doc, Breslau wrote in a message to me. He described himself as experiencing something like executive dysfunction. I'm pretty bad at making decisions to begin with, and now I've just kind of stopped everything, in part because of this. Yeah, when the world needed him the most, he vanished. Okay? This might have played a role in his vanishing, according to his own words. Now, Rod did have a take yesterday at 6:13 p.m. He tweeted out, "I didn't lie," alongside many of the other journalists who were also confirming that they had also talked to sources, some of which did not want to come forward and were fearful of litigation. TJ Wheat, who was also very high up at Twitch at the time, literally one of the founders of the platform, said, "Respect." Now, having said that, you got to weigh the two options here. Is DrDisRespect the most persecuted content creator on the planet? Because ultimately, if all of this is built around a complete falsehood, then this is unimaginable cruelty. These aren't light allegations. These are pretty heavy ones. Okay? Is he the most unjustly persecuted content creator on the planet? Or did he actually do some shit? To the extent of what kind of fuck shit he engaged in, we do not know. There is not enough evidence at the time beyond a vague post. My favorite part is how a random Redditor posted exactly what happened like a month after he was banned, and then that Redditor got banned. Not sure if related, just funny. Yeah, I'll repost the info I found when it first happened. I found out more info since then, and Doc got dropped because he had sex with a girl at an event who was underage at the time. She reported him and provided Discord logs to prove where he said it wasn't a problem that she was underage. I know you don't believe this, but when it eventually comes out, I'll expect you'll remember this comment. Now, I don't know if this is, I don't know if he did that, because if he did that, then he's going to jail. Okay. If he had sex with a minor, I don't think that he did that. If he had sex with a minor, he's going to fucking jail. Come on. This ain't a Josh Giddey style situation. Okay. If he had sex with a minor, knew that this person was a minor, and is not in fucking Oklahoma, he's going to jail. You know what I mean? This ain't a NBA investigated itself and found no wrongdoing type situation. Okay? It is kind of wild, though, that this person fucking posted this and then got banned. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, he's not getting banned from Twitch. He's getting banned from breathing the free man's air, okay? That's not how that works. To be fair, it's very hard to prosecute sex crimes. You can have mountains of evidence and the police just won't do shit. Still. If she decides to back out, no, he's not. Happens way too often is how it works. Fair. So, anyway, this is the story. This is what we know so far, but the story doesn't end there. Now, DrDisRespect came out and said this, which is, in my opinion, legalese for the most part. It's like very, it seems a lot like a person doing like a PR style tweet. Now, of course, it doesn't end there. DrDisRespect has a lot of friends, right? Some of those friends also happen to no longer be big fans of mine personally, but where is it? Oh, even Keemstar, by the way, responded to this, which I thought was pretty funny. Bro, why won't you say I was not talking to a minor trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon like what was alleged? He literally just said that. He literally did not say that. When you lost motherfucking Keemstar, it's just like when Keemstar is the one that's looking reasonable, it's Jover. Bro, when fucking Keemstar is looking like the reasonable one in the room, you know we are truly living in the end times. You lost Killer Keemstar. Anyway, but at least he did not lose. Where is it? I know a lot of people. There's a lot of memes on here. At least he did not lose Nick Merckx. Here's FaZe Nick Merckx.
Yo, checking in. Look, I opened Twitter. Bunch of my mentions are he, they, she, hey, they. Fucking, I identify as a helicopter. God damn it. And I seen the couple tweets about the doc. I'm as taken back as a lot of you guys are, okay? But the fact remains that these are some crazy accusations. Crazy. Big time accusations. And until we know more, until we know them as fact, until they've been proven with evidence, what are we talking about? What's anybody talking about? As far as the leave the little kids alone stuff, this doesn't make it any further from the truth. Leave little children out of your shit. Have a nice day.
Oh my God. I mean, that's like, I like that it's just, you know, it's always just like right-wing commentary at that point. I don't know how this happens so fucking frequently. But, you know, maybe at the end he's saying, like, stay away from the little ones to his friend. I don't know. But I pray for everybody. I pray for everybody involved. Okay. So he said that. Obviously, everybody is like, everybody's going crazy with the memes. There is one thing I wanted to mention, though, because, like, if you recall, Nick Merckx is a significant figure in this because he was doing the leave the kids alone, leave them little kids alone shit, and like coming out as like a out and about right winger, right? He was doing that shit last Pride, actually, 1 year ago, exactly 1 year ago. And when he was doing that shit, Nick Merckx was, DrDisRespect defended him. And I made a very classic joke that everyone has made a million times over. I said, DrDisRespect is more faithful to his friend Nick than his own wife, which pissed off a lot of people, including Nick, who famously unfollowed me and said, bro, I can't believe you said that on his anniversary. Which I thought was crazy because, like, how the fuck am I supposed to know it was DrDisRespect's anniversary? Anyway, here was DrDisRespect's response.
I got no. My favorite content creator is Hasan. Even though he's fat and he's got weird looking structure of shoulders and he's unathletic, but he's really fat. He's my favorite content creator. I got nothing going on. I'm so depressed. I got a chip on my shoulder. I'm critical of everything except myself. I got he, him in my bio, and I know. Oh God. Oh God.
Once again, I was right, but too early. I mean, yeah. I see why his impression is popular. I see why he's popular. Impression was spot on. Well, he's impersonating you. Okay? He's impersonating you, a HasanAbi head, a HasanAbi fan. Okay? Anyway, I was thinking about just like posting this. What do we think? As a quote tweet to this. You look like you have a diaper on. I don't care. You look a bit chub in that pic, not gonna lie. Okay, bro. He had to change from the Slick Daddy Club to Champions Club after cheating on his wife. Not so slick move. And now he will have to change it once again to the Adult Lovers Club. DrDisrespecting kids. There you go. Posted that shit. Dr. Kid Inspect. Yeah. Press F to hold. Press and hold F to become the predator. There you go. Why is Keem cooking for once?
This DrDisRespect story is absolutely infuriating, all right? An ex-Twitch employee comes out and says that DrDisRespect was whispering to a minor and making plans to meet up with that minor at TwitchCon. And that's why he was banned from Twitch. And then went on to say that he's a piece of shit and his friends are a piece of shit and all that. DrDisRespect responds by saying, hey, look, I was found to have done nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong, all right? He comes out with another statement. I did nothing wrong. DrDisRespect is not responding to the allegation. The allegation is that he whispered and tried to make plans to meet up with a minor at TwitchCon. That is the allegation from the ex-Twitch employee. He's not responding to that. When he's saying, I did nothing wrong, he's referring to the settlement. He did a settlement with Twitch after suing Twitch, and Twitch countersued him, I believe, and they settled out of court agreeing with mutual statements that both parties did nothing wrong. That's a lawsuit. That doesn't represent what actually took place at all. Doc isn't responding to the actual allegation. All he's saying is, I did nothing wrong. We would have to have some type of definition from Dr. Disrespect. What do you mean by wrong? Is messaging a minor wrong? All right? Is like, you would have to, like, do you see how many layers in the legal mumble bumbo and jumbo that's happening here? He's not responding to the actual allegation. And all these people online are like, look, Doc's innocent. See, he said he did nothing wrong. He's talking about the fucking settlement. He's talking about the goddamn settlement with Twitch. He's not actually responding.
Bro, it's like wild that Keemstar is kind of on the money on this. Doubly wild that it's like an allegation with a 40-plus-year-old man and their involvement with a minor, which is like his fucking wheelhouse. Okay? That's what's crazy about this. What is happening right now in the fucking world?
To what is being alleged. God, this is infuriating. It's so infuriating. Doc, give a real response to the allegations.
Anyway, I guess it's like his drama brain that's causing him to like want more information. He's out of line. I mean, completely out of line, but he's right. It's just wild. This video is like when former bank robbers review Hasan movies for YouTube channels. Yeah, that's what I would have did. Yo, that's great. Okay, dude. That's insane. M-HUD. That's an incredible post. In the wild, predators will often fight. In the wild, predators will often fight when one intrudes on the other's hunting grounds. We are here in the Serengeti. Anyway. OJ, I don't want to go to LA because the real killer is still out there vibe. Yeah, it's great. So well, the wild part is that Doc's own statement states that all of this has been probed and settled, which means Twitch found something to look into, which means at least the allegations are true now. You might have to tweet Nick Merckx right now. Easiest dunk of the year. I don't care. I don't care about fucking dunking on Nick Merckx. Okay. People are doing that enough online. I'm trying to be classy. I'm trying to be classy. What do you want me to do? Tweet this at Nick Merckx?
Hey, you know they got your mans. They got your mans on sex assault charges. Yeah, the nigga you be hanging with. The nigga you be hanging with.
The Kendrick They Not Like Us cover about Doc has already been made.
6'9" should have stayed his ass up on a court. Now he's 6'9", finna lose it all in court. Fuck jail, send they ass straight to the Lord. Next stream, Chris Hansen knocking at his door. Fuck Nick Perks, yeah, his ass weird too. Say the kids, I agree from niggas all like you. Claiming that they pushing these agendas. Whole time, their ass pushing an offender. Hate these gripping ass, lying ass, bitch ass, hoe ass niggas.
Banger. Doc was more worried about pronouns in the bio than age in the bio, I guess. Oh, that's a good one. That's actually a banger. Okay, respect. Yeah, technically he's back to streaming in the toilet in this setup. So yeah, that's the situation on hand. We still don't know. And I think this article does a pretty good job covering the circumstances and covering like the difficulties. But it is definitely not shocking to me. Or I mean, I guess it's like at this point, it's no longer fucking surprising to me that when another one of my fucking haters, like a prominent content creator who just like is weirdly radicalized against my commentary, turns around and like is out for doing some weird ass shit. It has happened it has happened almost every single time. So I don't know at this point. Like I genuinely don't understand it. But virtually all my motherfucking ops have, you know, they just have like real weird shit come out like this. HasanAbi derangement syndrome, the pedophilia pipeline is real. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what it is. Do you prefer Haas Karma or Karm Hasan? We K-pop rain. HasanAbi has need something to yell. Haas Karma is probably better. They shot him with a gun that makes you hate Hasan and like children. Bad year for your haters so far. Yeah. Is wild how many of the ops are pedos? Okay, I don't know. I don't know if I wouldn't say that about, like, they just have weird cases. Like this meme in and of itself, like some of them have weird cases, some of them are, you know, saying weird shit. I wouldn't say that they're like certified pedophiles, but my ops do have some weird, freaky shit going on. For sure. What's actually more concerning and sad is that this usually props them up even more by the freaks. How is Nick Marks, the defender of children, going to respond to all this? He already responded. He said, I need proof. I need real proof. Why is chat calling XQC a child rapist? Did he do anything bad? I don't think chat is doing that. XQC has no, like, XQC, his weirdo behavior was simply just like defending Drake. That's it. But that's because he's a kick streamer. He hasn't done anything like that. Oh, by the way, if you were wondering, well, where's the kick deal for Doc? I mean, all of this suits the kick deal dynamic. Okay? All of this suits the kick deal dynamic. Well, it turns out they did offer him.
Like I said, I mean, they had a gracious number. 10 mil per year. 0 gambling. Right? But it's just not enough.
Remember when he even begged for a kid contract? Well, it's incoming now, I think. After this, Kick is probably looking at that going, we got him. We were waiting for the opportune moment. And now we got it. Okay. You are right in the fucking wheelhouse, baby. They're going to retire his number. Oh, that's so true. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Kick is like, hey, remember that deal you rejected? We'll double it now. Now that you have the right, now that you have all of the right like allegations and shit, like this is good. This is our opportunity. Anyway. Kig is better than the FBI at luring pedophiles. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm wondering what kind of bag YouTube is giving him. YouTube is not giving him a bag. Famously, after he left Twitch, he just started streaming on YouTube because he had nowhere else to go. He didn't get a contract from YouTube. He probably would have loved to get a contract from YouTube, but he never got one, which also was suspicious as well, because at the time, YouTube was literally dumping the bag at streamers that would move away. So, no. YouTube got him for free. And that's it. That's all, you know, that's all there is to this story so far. But yeah, I think this article from Mikhail Klementov is pretty good, especially like the part where it says we're still on square one. You know what I mean? Yo, the weights you're carrying in that pic you posted, is it lbs or kilogram? No, it's lbs. It's 65 pounds. Not that heavy, but it doesn't matter. I still look good. Watch the VO tweet. Yeah, I posted it because he called me fat. And I think, you know, not so fat. Is that a diaper between your legs? No, it's a towel. Anyway. No, 65 pounds is not that heavy. Oh, what is this?
I don't give a I don't care. I don't want, no. Keep your kids around for a little bit today. Right? Let's teach them a lesson. Get them in the room. Sit them down. Let's teach them a lesson today.
What? Hey, yo. Hey, yo, bro. What the fuck? What the hell? Anyway, that's from yesterday, I think. Out of context, he was talking about Elden Lord. Yeah. I know, but still, it's kind of weird. This post from Denims is so good. Bro, it's not real, dude. I don't think that's a real tweet that he fucking tweeted. Why are you guys... Is this a real fucking tweet that he tweeted? Stream on Kick. Don't forget the age of consent is 16 in most places. Like, did he actually tweet that? Why are you guys fucking sending me a fake fucking tweet? Oh, it's funny. Yeah, dude. He didn't say that shit, okay? Don't be annoying. Anyway. Okay, let's move on from this. In the next 10 minutes, I'm actually going to dive in to the 3-on-3 basketball league. By the way,